Hello everyone, Happy Europe Day. Have you ever thought about the meaning behind the design of the bills and coins you handle every day? Who gets honored with having their face on a banknote or coin? Who and what is on both sides of the US $1 bill? And who and what is on both sides of the $100 bill? How about the British pound? Who's on the 10-pound bill? For the US dollar, the British pound, the Japanese yen, and most of the world's currencies, we often have the faces of presidents, monarchs, or of national heroes, people who represent the country. But what about the euro? Have you ever stopped to think about the design of the euro, the world's second most traded currency, the Italian lira, the Spanish peseta, or the century-old French franc, amongst others? The formation of the euro is arguably one of the most remarkable moments in the history of world finance, yet we know little about it. Who would be suitable to go on the euro bills and coins? The French may want Napoleon, but that would not sit well with most of Europe. The Italians may want Da Vinci or Michelangelo to represent the Renaissance. The Dutch may want Erasmus. And European hero Jean Monnet is likely not famous enough to be placed on a bill. So what can be used for the design of the euro if certain people are either polarizing or don't fully represent this historic moment? What do Europeans have in common that speaks of their shared history and culture while not being divisive or controversial? Let's find out. Take now your euro bills and lay them flat. What do you see? Other than seeing the bills grow in size as the value increases, what do you see? Look closer. Take another look. Any patterns? Anything that seems interesting to you? Let me help you. The €5 bill is Greco-Roman architecture, or classical architecture, which embodies the birth of democracy. Bilge will probably tell you that the best preserved classical architecture in all of Europe is the Library of Celsus in Ephesus. But I can see Lucas saying no way, that it's the Baths of Diocletian in Split. The €10 bill is Romanesque, common throughout Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire. Which is your favorite Romanesque church? Mariam will tell you it's the Svetviškofeli Cathedral, but I can see Milan arguing that the St. Procopius Basilica in Trebek is his favorite. The €20 bill is Gothic architecture, also widespread throughout the continent during the Middle Ages. I am sure Katerina will argue Prague has the most beautiful Gothic cathedral in all of Europe, while Gabrielle will say it's Notre Dame in Paris. The €50 bill is Renaissance architecture, which also spread across Europe and marks the start of Europe's cultural awakening. Bianca will tell you that nothing says Renaissance more than the Piazza del Campidoglio in Rome, but Carolina will contest that and say that it's the Poznan Town Hall. The €100 bill is Baroque and Rococo architecture. Now, which country better rocks Baroque and Rococo sinuous curves and forms? Philip will push for the Rodenbach Abbey in Bavaria, while Christian will push for the Melk Abbey on the Danube. The €200 bill represents Industrial Revolution and Art Nouveau. I'm sure Miguel will argue that the best architecture from that period is designed by Antonio Gaudí, and Sabrina will tell you that it's designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. The €500 bill represents modern and contemporary architecture. €500, the biggest prize. Will Kato convince you all to vote for the Enrique Concert Hall in Tbilisi? Or will Laurent convince you to vote for Habitat 67 in Montreal? Winston Churchill once said, "We shape our buildings, Thereafter, they shape us. In other words, if architecture is a reflection of society, then the euro uses our shared culture in the form of architecture to represent us all. Each design of the euro bill is actually generic and does not represent a real building in order to remain neutral. So nobody wins the competition after all, as we are all winners. But there's more. On one side of each bill, you see windows and doorways, because the euro represents a vision and a portal to a new and brighter future together. And on the other side of each bill, you see bridges, because the euro builds connections where there used to be divisions. But what about representing our diversity, not just our shared culture? How do you capture the fact that Europe is culturally heterogeneous, which is a source of its strength? While the bills are meant to represent what unifies us, the design of the euro coins represents the rich diversity of each member of the Eurozone. All coins have the map of the Eurozone as its heads, but on the coins' tails, each member state is allowed to place their national heroes or emblems. The coins and bills are valid across the entire Eurozone, regardless of where they were printed or minted. Thus, you all handle euro coins with designs from France, Spain, Italy, Germany, and so on. I hope this short story helped you appreciate more the beauty and diversity of the European Union on this special Europe Day. I invite you to continue to explore what it is that all Europeans have in common, in addition to architectural styles over millennia. Happy Europe Day, everyone!